Right, how's it going, boys? I hope you're all good. I know near enough every single one here will be sat there aware of what's happened with ImAllexx recently. I wasn't going to make a video on this because I didn't really have much to say about any of this up until he went live on Instagram. And after watching the clip from the live, I decided I wanted to stick my 2 pence in and have a say of what I think. I'm going to try to explain what's happened as brief as possible. I'm here to tell you my opinion on the whole thing, so I'm just going to go over what's happened as quick as I can in case we have any cavemen watching. So, long story short, somebody on Twitter named Che tweeted out a tweet longer, which pretty much was about things Slazo had allegedly done. ImAllexx and a couple other people on the platform started riding this. They were riding this shit like Jay Cartwright from the In-Betweeners, riding a motorbike and leaping over 5 lorries on Blue Peter. But yeah, there was all adamant that Slazo was a bad person, and despite seeing how the James Charles situation turned out, there was all pushing these allegations, making Slazo out to be somebody he's not, despite the fact he hadn't even cleared his name or even tried to explain himself. Time goes on, Slazo proves his innocence, very calmly as well, I must say. I don't know how he was able to go over everything the way he did. I'd have pure lost my head over it all, honestly. Eventually people clocked that the allegations weren't true, and soon enough people realised that not so long before Alex were pushing these rape allegations, Slazo and Alex were both chilling together making videos and whatever else. Kavos and a bunch of other YouTubers were making videos about the whole situation. Messages were getting leaked, and some videos provide screenshots that suggest it was all premeditated, and then Alex on the other hand has pretty much said that he would presented the information as it was and then he did what he did with it. Whether he had involvement premeditating it or not, he could have tried to put a stop to what were going on. The situation were very poorly handled, and for someone who likes to be the good guy who does everything that's morally right, I don't understand why you didn't do what were morally right in this situation and apologise earlier than what you did, before everyone were nagging you to. The second you knew these allegations weren't true, you should have started making an effort to clear Slazo's name, because at the end of the day, it was your mate, wasn't he? So as of now, all these allegations have come forward. Slazo proved that it was all false, and then this is where things start to not make sense. After this happened, things were said and more messages got leaked, and pretty much Alex couldn't pattern up on everything he was saying. Things that were said kept changing and not everything added up. It was like trying to figure out the physics in SpongeBob or how Roberto Carlos scored that free kick against France. Seeing Alex backpedal on what he's been saying and seeing him struggle to pattern up on things he said, you just never know really, do you? I suppose you've just got to take most things he says with a pinch of salt. But anyway, some more time goes on, nothing's really said other than everyone nagging Alex to make him apologise to Slazo, and then eventually he apologised publicly. He put this tweet out on Twitter which said, "Recently I spoke to Slazo and discussed as well as apologised for my support of Che's original post and the way I handled the accusations that had been put forward. I came to the conclusion I had through multiple friends of mine reinforcing stories as well as multiple other people coming forward privately with their own personal situations involving Slazo, which under the pretext I fully believed at the time. I should have waited for both sides of the story and regret supporting the post without having all the information and hearing Slazo's side. I've spoken to him since and apologised for jumping the gun no matter how damning I believed the evidence was. It was a mistake to support the posters no matter how much I believed that the allegations were true. It does not excuse the fact that it should have been given to the correct authorities to deal with properly and privately." Oh, you know what? I can't be arsed reading this. You've probably read it already. I've read what I need to anyway. Now, if you were to judge this apology as his only apology, then yeah, it would be insincere and it would be a shit apology. And I can see that he's done this because everyone was nagging at him to do it. But at the same time, I think people need to realise that not everything has to be done publicly. I see why people would want him to apologise publicly because of the damage it's done publicly. But at the same time, if it were me, I'd feel like I'd appreciate an apology more if it was private, just because it shows that they don't need the audience to see that they've done it, sort of thing. You get what I mean though? What I'm trying to say is I feel like a private apology is more sincere than a public one. But yeah, that was the last of it really up until yesterday, I think. Well, it won't be yesterday when I upload this, but at the time of scripting it was yesterday. It went live on Instagram and said a few things, and that's what I wanted to go over really. So yeah, let's just jump right into it.
You know, I don't sleep. I have fucking regular panic attacks now, and I've been eating half a meal a day for a year.
Not saying any of this is waffle, but I mean, it just does seem a bit manipulative that you're bringing this up when you've done wrong and handled the situation badly, which is resulting in people thinking differently about you and people unsubscribing from your YouTube channel.
I wanted to build something over the last year. That was my plan. I wanted to build something, and all the things that I was building, It's not even worth talking about.
You've been trying to build something for over a year, but because you pushed false rape allegations, it's all starting to crumble. That's all you had to say, mate. Just does continue to be a bit manipulating though, given the current situation. You can't tell me it's a coincidence that now all this has happened, all of a sudden his mood's been under the weather for a while now. I'm not saying he's lying by any means, but Alex, you have picked a right time to talk about this, haven't you?
I do want to say, above everything, Instagram, honestly, my favourite platform. I basically stopped using Twitter because of Instagram, because, you know, it was just, I felt like I got proper feedback on here.
Stopped using Twitter because people on Instagram give you good feedback. That's just probably because nobody from Twitter follows you over to Instagram to give a shit about the Slazo situation. Not buying that you stopped using Twitter for that reason though. You've just stopped using Twitter because of all the backlash you've got. It just is blatant obvious. You're obviously gonna come off the platform when everyone's giving you an earload. Long story short, after this, you don't really say anything manipulating or anything you can consider bad. I only have a 10-minute clip of this, but yeah, you get the idea anyway. Overall though, I think what Alex did to contribute to this situation was wrong. It was poorly handled and the whole thing just went to shit for him, didn't it really? I also believe Alex doesn't fully have malicious intent, and although it shouldn't be forgotten about what's happened, I don't think he should be reminded about it every day for the rest of his days. I can imagine he understands what he's done wrong by now, and seeing the consequences, I reckon he's going to probably avoid getting into a position like that again. Also, with the recent live on Instagram, I'm not going to disregard the fact he feels down, because I can imagine anyone would receiving all the backlash he has, but that's not to say it wasn't brought on himself, because at the end of the day, all this has been brought on himself. If he hadn't have backed the rape allegations, he wouldn't be in this mess. It's as simple as that. But I feel like he were trying to bring a separate issue into this one just so everyone would chuck the sympathy card out. Real talk, if you feel shit, social media is not the place to bring it to. Go seek help privately or go handle your situation privately. Just like you said with the Slazo situation, it should be given to the correct authorities to deal with it properly and privately. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Do let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go follow my Twitter, a link to it will be in the description. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. See you in a bit.